before we get to Carson Wentz's future, just so interested in the past. When you talk about North Dakota State Bison, you wonder how you end up there and whether or not there were other options. It's not just the football production, Carson, but the fact that you were your class valedictorian. You think about schools like Vandy and Duke and Northwestern and how hard it is to get in there. What was your recruitment process like, and how'd you end up at North Dakota State?
Yeah, for sure. Biggest thing for me was I had some injury issues junior year of high school, so I kind of missed the recruiting train, so to speak, and also being from North Dakota, sometimes it's a little tougher to get
Maybe
recruited.
They don't make it out there?
But so I came out senior year and had a heck of a year and ended up getting recruited by a lot of FCS schools. Central Michigan was the lone FBS team that was recruiting me, but, when I went to North Dakota State, it just felt like home, and I knew they had a great tradition there, a great program, and they were headed in the right direction, and, 5 years later, 5 national championship rings. I think
worked out.
It
worked out all right for you.
Sure.
And thinking about that, 5 national championship rings, everyone says quarterbacks are judged on their ability to win. What did you learn during your time at North Dakota State that should help you be a very, very successful pro early in your career?
I think at NDSU, a lot of hard work, and a lot of people say that's just the cliche answer, but at North Dakota State, there's just something different up there. The leadership and the hard work that we put in up there is something special, and we always found a way to win games, and that's something you can't really put into words. You just find a way to win, and I'm looking forward to taking that with me to whatever team I go to.
This year's national championship, you were out for a while. Was that the first game back, the championship game?
Yep.
So give us an idea of how hard it is to step into that, the highest level contest of the season, and you put it on Jacksonville State in that game too.
Yeah, for me, well, take me back first of all to week 6 when I broke my wrist.
Yeah.
I was crushed. It was I missed 8 games, but at the time I had no idea if I'd ever put on a Bison uniform again. I did everything I could to help the team, to get myself prepared both mentally and physically, and the team did a heck of a job getting us back there, and I wouldn't change the way it ended. It was awesome and rewarding, and I went back out there, and once I got the ability to throw the ball again, and it was kind of just like riding a bike, picking it back up and playing ball again, and it was just a great way to go out with my brothers.
And thinking about going out with a bang, you go from the championship game to the Senior Bowl, and a lot of the conversation prior to the Senior Bowl was, can Carson Wentz go from being a small school standout to a guy that can really be a franchise quarterback? Going into the Senior Bowl, what was your goal? What did you want to show scouts in terms of your game on the playing field?
Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to go in there and show I can compete at that level. Obviously there's still going to be a jump from even the Senior Bowl to the NFL. I realize that, and I think everybody does. But, the knock and the question was, okay, he's been facing FCS speed, this and that. And, I just wanted to go in there and show that I can play ball. I can play with the best of them and really excel. And I thought I went in there and did that.
How big are those FBS games that you play? I think the Iowa State game. I mean, and how big of a jump in competition did you feel like it was when you looked at the other side?
Well, first of all, I think we've won like our last 5 or 6 of them or something. So obviously we can compete, and we get really up for those. Obviously we kind of go in there with the chip on our shoulder. Only 63 scholarships compared to whatever the 80 something it is. And we kind of go in there with the chip on our shoulders, and coming out with wins in those games is big for us, big for our confidence, and really usually gets the season going the right way.
A lot of people have talked about Joe Flacco making the jump from Delaware to going to Baltimore to winning the Super Bowl, saying that he is a testament to the fact that a small school standout can go and be a successful pro. When you look at guys and you're looking at Sunday players, who's someone that you model your game after, someone that we could say Carson Wentz reminds us of blank?
It's hard to just kind of say one guy. I think it's not fair to them or for me. I think we all kind of have our own different things. The 3 guys that come to mind that I like to just take pieces of their game would be Tom Brady comes to mind, just the way he just dissects and gets the ball out quick. He knows pre-snap what he's doing, and he's just got total command out there. Another name that comes to mind is Aaron Rodgers. The way he just has complete command. You'll see him getting the ball out, snapped quick before guys are even getting off the field, just running the show entirely. And obviously the guy makes some insane throws and makes some plays. And then the third guy that comes to mind is Cam Newton. The way he extends plays, makes some big-time throws. And then, also the thing I love watching about Cam is he has fun out there. That's what part of the game for me is, just having fun and bringing the energy, and so I love that about those 3 guys.
Were you surprised at how, and I don't know if it's fair, I mean, we're just halfway through the process, at how quickly you kind of got noticed and kind of rose? I mean, it was a meteoric rise to the top of draft boards and what the projections were. Did that surprise you, and how did that happen?
I'm not really sure how it happened. I've been in total control of what I can control,
right.
Focused on that. Am I surprised? Not really. You know, I kind of expected and hoped for this, and it was a goal. And, you know, obviously we're not done. Still got a lot of work to do, and looking forward to finishing this thing up and hearing my name come the end of April.
And speaking of the journey, I was rooting together this summer at Elite 11 up in Oregon. Now we've gone through the process, the regular season, Senior Bowl, now the Combine. What's the next step as you get ready for your pro day? What's the thing where you can put the exclamation point on Carson Wentz's career and his ride?
Yeah, you know, obviously pro day, just got to get a passing script together and just go out there and execute it. And then after that, it's obviously the private workouts and team interviews, and I'm looking forward to going in there and just talking football. You know, learning football, talking football, and then obviously the private workouts, just executing whatever the drills and everything coaches want me to do. And you know, I'm really looking forward to it. You know, this process only happens once. You know, you got to enjoy it, and I am.
Is pro day going to be at North Dakota State?
It will be. Yep.
I love it. Fantastic.
Fargo Dome.
Get all them folks out there at the Fargo Dome. That's going
right.
to be wonderful. Carson, congratulations on all the success, and good luck to you.
Thanks, guys.
In the future, we'll see you out there in Chicago.